Hi everyone, this is Russell Fullers. Tonight, if you are a salon owner or a business owner in general, today I want to share with you 7 reasons why you need to keep your book up to date. Okay, so if you're ready, let's go. So basically, why is it that even important to keep your book, right? Because in order to know those reasons, you actually need to know why you have to keep your book and why is it a problem if you don't keep your book. And the reason is simple. You know, when you are doing business, you are actually incurring expenses and you are making money. Every dollar in and dollar out is supposed to be traced. Otherwise, you're not in the business. You are doing what is called hobby. That means you are just wasting your time. You are just having fun. Okay? But if you are in business, you have to have a clear vision of your business. And if you don't have a bookkeeping in order, up to date, you are losing the clear vision of your business. That's just simple, right? Because you don't even know if the business is working or it's not working. You don't know if the business is actually moving forward or moving backward. Because you making a lot of sales doesn't make that your business is successful. Okay, so if you don't keep your book, you are losing a clear vision of that business. So you are unable to trace your goal. If you don't have a clear vision, how do you even know that you are reaching your goal? First of all, you have to set a goal. If you are a business owner, it doesn't matter how small or how good is the goal. You set a goal because if you are able to reach the goal, that's good. You set a new goal. If you know that you're not able to reach the goal, you assess why is it that you didn't reach the goal, and you adjust accordingly. Maybe you have to get a new goal that is attainable. So basically, if you are losing a clear vision of a business, you are unable to trace what happened. What happened is that you are just losing income. You are losing money. Guess what? I'm taking a simple example of account receivable. If you don't trace all the receivable that you have in your business, obviously you will be losing money, because if you don't have a good system in place, that will actually remind you how much money is out there. Sometimes you don't even know until the customer calls you, or until you just remember that all of a sudden that somebody owes you money and you call the person, because you don't have a system in place. Okay, so if you are losing money, what happens is that you will be unable to reach your goal. If you even have one, you will be unable to reach your goal. If you are losing money, how are you going to reach your goal if you keep losing money? Okay, so if you lose money, what happens? You don't reach your goal. It leads to feel stressed out about your own business, and sometimes even about your life. Okay, so that's just simple. I don't want to go into too much details of the process of you feeling like down because your business is not working. I don't want to go into too much details, but I just told you that you will be losing a clear vision. You are unable to actually reach your goal. You lose money, and basically sometimes you even feel like you have to shut your business down. So what's the solution of that? It's not even that your business is not running. Your business is running, but sometimes you find yourself unable to do some stuff even though you're making money, right? Because you don't even know if you are making profit or not. I also say that the balance of your bank account is not the reflection of the success of your business. Okay, I think we may agree on that. Because you have $1,000,000 in the bank doesn't mean that your wealth is 1 million, because you may have 1 million in the bank, but you also have account payable of 1 million, and 2 million. That means you're actually in negative. If you have 1 million in the bank and you owe people 3 millions, that means you actually owe 2 million. That means the 1 million in the bank doesn't even belong to you, even though you see it. Okay, at the same time, you may have 1 million in the bank, but your real wealth is actually even 5 million, because there are so many collectible or account receivable that you have not yet collected. So that's the reason why whatever you see is not the reflection of your activity until you have everything laid down and that you can trace every day. So that's the reason why I think that the solution of that is what? It's just as simple as maintaining a good record keeping of your financial transaction, right? Simple put, just keep your book up to date. That's basically what you need to do if you are a salon owner, because you guys are making a lot of cash, even though I know sometimes you have some type of third-party transaction or any other business out there. You need to actually trace your income. Okay, if you don't do it, you are losing more than you think you are saving. That's what I always say. So basically, what happens if you want to do that, and if you agree that you want to keep your book in order, then I can now share the 7 most benefit of keeping your book. Okay, let's go. What's the first one? The first one is the detailed recording of your activity. Okay, what does that mean? It just means that when you have everything record every day, you know anytime all the detail of your activity. You know how much you're spending up to date. You may know how much you have been spending on, let's say, on food. You have a detail of all your activity, or every single expense. You have a detail of it. You can have a report of all the supplies that you have been spending during the year. You can have the report of all the, I don't know, just pick any single expense. You may have the record. That means you know that up to date from January to now, I have spent $3,000 on this type of raw material. I have spent $30,000 on food, because the food is also a business expense. So basically, the detailed recording is actually a good thing if you are a business owner, especially a salon owner, because it helps you a lot to actually assist you in whether you should be thinking about cutting expense or no. If you don't know how much you spend on gas, for example, you don't know if you are spending too much or no, right? So basically, detail-oriented record keeping, recording of your activity is the first thing that you need to know. That's the first reason why you need to keep your book every day. It's always compliant with the law. You are always compliant. Basically, especially if you are an established business. If you are an established business, you want to do that, because by law, if it happens that you are audited and they see that you are not keeping your book, your penalty is like double or triple. I don't even know. Okay, a good bookkeeper will always comply with the latest legal regulation and will make sure that all your account and book are up to date. That's the reason why you have to actually hire a company to keep your book, because the company will actually make sure that he's compliant, that your business is compliant with everything that you're doing. Okay, so that's the benefit of keeping your book, or hiring a company to actually help you. If you feel like you cannot do it, actually you can do it. If you can hire somebody in your office, the person can do it for you. But if you just cannot do it, you outsource it. The point here is that you have to keep your book. If you can do it yourself, that's good. Congratulations for it. Okay, so it's easier to plan when you do your bookkeeping. It's easier to plan. Why? Because you can do a prediction on the future. Because every time you know the situation of your business, you can actually anticipate that, oh, okay, I think I can do this, because as I see from January to now, I've been doing this. That means I'm allowed to, if I keep doing this way, I can actually plan that within the next 2 or 3 months, I will be able to do this. That's why because you'll be able to get what is called financial statement. Your financial statement can help you to forecast your activity. Okay, so it's easier to plan. If you plan to open a new business, what are the basis for you to plan to open a new business? Just because you think you are making more business, do you have a numbers to actually sustain the fact that you want to open a new location or something? If you don't, it might be a bad solution, a bad idea to just open a new location because you think you are making money. Okay, you have to have numbers to back up everything that you think you want to do. So the fourth thing is that the instant reporting, because you are compliant and you have a detail of all your transactions, it's easier for you to know that the reporting is always there. Again, in case of the audit, you have the report of everything. Like, you feel confident if they want to audit you, it happens. I mean, you are not. If it doesn't happen to you, it's just that you are so lucky. Okay, so it can happen to everyone. In case of audit, you always want your book to balance every time. Your book will balance because all the information are up to date. Okay, so basically that was the fourth one. The fifth one is what? Is the better relationship. The better relationship with the bank and investor. That's the big one, because with the COVID-19, what happened? What happened is that the government has put money on the table actually to every business owner, but a lot of businesses, the government was like a bank to give you money, and some of those money were actually free because the PPP is the loan that can actually be forgivable. I mean, it's basically a grant, right? But what was the basis of it? And even the EIDL that is still working is that you have to show some type of financial of your activity. Okay, if you have all of those information, you have a better relationship with the bank. Guess what? Anytime you go to the bank and you want to get some money, you want to get a loan, and example the PPP or the EIDL, what were the requirements? They will ask you for all your financial information. If you don't have it, that's just a bad relationship because the bank is going to turn you down. If your bank turn you down, do you really like that bank? No, right? It's a better relationship with the bank. And what happened is that if you have a better relationship with the bank, you may also have a good relationship with investors. Investors actually, they don't even know about what you're doing. Some people will invest because they think that you have a good business, right? But you actually have to be as clear as possible with your investor. If they see that you are somebody who has actually really organized, you have everything up to date, the investor wants to know, oh, what was the activity for the last quarter? Oh, no problem. One click, we can pull up all the information and show the investors, right? If I'm an investor, I keep asking for information, I don't receive it. I just get my money from that bank and from that company and go to a different company, okay? Even though it's just your brother, if you are just two partners, if you are involved in managing the company, because you may be in a partnership with somebody, the person just invests his money, and you invest the money, but you're also managing the company. Your partner will want to see all the data, all right? So if your partner, which is actually an investor, doesn't see that, he's just going to leave you, or it's going to be a bad relationship. You might end up without selling the company because I need to get my 50% of the share of the company, right? So basically, the only thing, or the last of the 7, which is not the least, is that there is a fast business response time. What does that mean? It means that it's really easier for you or for the business to accommodate to anything that happened. It's really easy to react quick to any situation that may happen within the company. Why? Because you are actually, you have planned everything. You have all the detail of your business, and we saw that you can easily plan the future. I mean, if something happen in between, you know how to adapt because you have all the detail of your company. Okay, so those are the 4 or the 7 main reasons I thought that you as a business owner, you really need to keep your book. It doesn't matter what way, whether you're gonna hire somebody to do it or you're gonna do it yourself. It's still a good thing because you need to keep your book. I have 6 people who actually use the manual way to keep their book. If you can do that and you can have all the detail, that means every single information, you can put them up. That's good. I have a customer now. He was trying to get a loan, a grant, not only the loan, a grant up to $30,000, but he was not able to do it because I have been telling him that, are you keeping your book? He said yes. But when I asked for all the detail, because in order to apply for him, I had to collect all those financial. The only thing he was able to provide to me was a bunch of receipt. Of course, it was not even all the receipt, and it didn't actually match what the business actually is. Okay, so he was not able to get the loan, and it's not too late, because I'm pretty sure by the end of the year there might be another, another round of loan or financial out there for businesses. You know how it is. So basically, if you are now, you understand that, okay, yes, it's possible. But the problem with some business owner is sometimes small business owner, whether is the fact that they think that they don't have the money for it, they don't have the investment. It's not an expense. To me, it's an investment, because it helps you to save money. Okay, so because one of the things I didn't tell is that once you don't once you you are in the audit, it's really bad, because whatever you don't show, the government will actually just pick a number as a penalty for you. Okay, so basically, if you don't have the money, there are two reasons why some people will not even hire a bookkeeper. I mean, there are a lot of them, but I can talk about two now. Sometimes they think that they don't have the money for it. That is, it costs a lot. Yes, it really costs a lot. And some other people don't even know that it's important to them. Those are most of the time they think that it's not really a good a function that they can actually pay attention to it until they see what they are losing. Okay. So basically, if it's your case, because yes, it costs a lot to keep your book, now you have the opportunity. Why? Because of Black Friday, we are actually offering a massive discount to business owner and salon owner, to actually help them not only to start keeping track on the financial, but also to keep up on all the back transaction from January to now. Okay, so basically what happened is that this is November. That means December is around the corner. It's a tax year. If you have not been keeping your book on track, you may be in trouble. Not in trouble because they're gonna find you, just in trouble because you are gonna be losing in taxes. That is a fact. If you don't even know how much income you have been making, you don't know how much expense you have been making, that means you're going to be guessing numbers. Whenever you're guessing numbers, you are losing. You are losing why? In taxes, because whether you are losing in terms of tax saving, or you are exposing yourself by avoiding to pay taxes illegally. Okay, those two things are not good. You should be paying less taxes because you know what you have done legally, because you have used the strategy that helps you. Or it's only when you track your income and expense that your CPA can actually advise you to what you can do, or how you can structure all the expense, how you can anticipate payment or expense, or how you can postpone some type of recovery of collection of some collection of account receivable, or you can postpone the payment of some account payable. It depends. So you have to have numbers right there. So that's the reason why we say that, okay, with the Black Friday season, we're going to help a lot of business owner out there, especially salon owner, because sometimes they have a lot of cash and they have sometimes difficulty to actually track them. Okay, so if you are among them, this is what we're offering. We're actually offering 50% on all our services. I will start with the first one. The first one is a consulting. A lot of business owners will call us because they have difficulty in processing something, or they are unsure whether they should do this or that. You will call a CPA and ask for advice. You have a very low rate of $150. So with the Black Friday season up to the end of this month, we are offering those services for 50% off. That is $75 per hour consulting. It doesn't matter whether it's on about your taxes, about your accounting, about your business strategy in general, or about your marketing, because you also offer marketing assistance. It doesn't matter. Whether it's a consulting, it will be charged only half of the price. So you can book now. We're going to tell you how to get it. The second thing is the bookkeeping itself. Normally, what do we charge? We charge a bookkeeping, your CFO and payroll. The fee normally starts from $500. That means if you want to take care of your bookkeeping, your CFO service, that will actually help you to reach your goal, and with help you to reach your goal with the strategy that we can actually help you to implement. That's the CFO services, and also the payroll, because a lot of businesses have employees. So we will combine that, and most of the time the lower rate that we charge is 500. Now we are charging how much? 250. If you have a business, you have not been in order with your your bookkeeping. Now you have a chance to receive a package of $250 monthly starting now and going forward. It's not that they're going to change it after the Black Friday. We're not going to change it to 500. We're going to lock that straight at 250 every month for bookkeeping, payroll, and bookkeeping, payroll, and CFO services. Okay, so basically that is what we are offering to the first who are going to do it before the end of the month. But some people will also be so back on track that is to them, in order to work for them, they have to pay the 250 for maybe 10 or 11 months from January to now. That's a lot of money. So now we're also giving a package of what? A package of the bookkeeping cleaning. That means you don't even have a book, or your book is so upside down that if you want to clean it from January to now, we will normally charge around 2,000. If you want to do the bookkeeping for the whole 2020 year, we will normally charge 2,000. With the COVID-19, we will charge you with 1,000. You will be able to get, it's actually 997. You will be able to get all your book clean up from January to now. I'm including all your bank statement, all your account receivable, all your bank reconciliation, because this is actually how you know how accurate your financial statement. Okay, you have to do reconciliation. So we will include that. We will clean up all your book from January, by the way, for the whole 2020. Instead of charging you 2,000 for that, we will only charge 997. Okay, so it will be good for tax season. So imagine that you spend only 997 now, and you are good for the whole 2020 when it comes to bookkeeping. That is actually what we are offering you guys because of COVID-19, because of Black Friday. Okay, so the last thing, but not the least, is basically a tax planning that we are also offering. Okay, we are offering a tax planning for half of price. We have normally 3 plans, which is 1,500, 2,000, and 2,500. Of course, the 1,500 is basically to help you to identify all the opportunities that you have in tax saving, whether it's on the financial, business, or individual side. We will actually identify everything and put it down, tell you the saving. If you do this, now it's up to you. We tell you how to implement it. If you want us to implement it, you have to pay 2,000 for us to identify, tell you the tax saving, tell you exactly what to do to save on each level. And if you want us to do it for you, it will be 2,000. And if you want the follow-up for the whole year for 12 months, we normally charge 2,500. So for the COVID-19, again, for the Black Friday, not COVID-19, what happens is that you are giving it for 15% off also. That means the first plan, which is actually the silver plan, we are offering that for how much? $750. Imagine that with $750, you have a tax planning for 1 year. Imagine that. Okay, so this is the no-brainer. So imagine that if you want instead us to implement everything, instead of paying 2,000, you're gonna pay 1,000 right now if you do it before the end of the month. Imagine that we have to be there for you for the whole tax planning for the whole year. Instead of doing or paying, 2,500, you will only pay how much? 1,250. So those are over there, those opportunities that we are giving out because of the Black Friday. Okay, so basically, so yes, I finished with it. Oh, by the way, I didn't even present myself. My name is Russell Follers. I'm a tax and accounting strategist. So we help, like you just noticed now, we help business owner, to save in taxes by implementing strategy, bookkeeping, and tailored tax planning. Okay, so that said, if you feel like the pain of not keeping your book up to date, despite all the things that you think you are losing by not doing so, if you think that the pain for not keeping your book is not big enough, okay, for to push you to keep your book or bring your book in order, you are fine, because you know it always takes a certain level to actually act. If you feel like the pain is not high enough, you should keep the way you are doing, just whether just not doing nothing or doing your thing manually. As long as you feel comfortable, you don't even feel the pain of doing that, you're good. But if you feel that you know you are behind your books, okay, and you want to fix the situation and take the tax advantage related to having a good record keeping of your financial activities, right? Click the link below or in the description of the video that you are watching right now. Do that to book your strategy session and take advantage of the 50% off Black Friday deal before it ends, because it's ending at the end of the month. So if you're new to the channel, you can subscribe to actually be aware of every single video like this, or also you can ring the notification to be notified whenever I go online just like this. So thank you so much, and you can always leave your comment on what you think on the comment of this video. Thank you so much, and have a good rest of the day. Ciao.